Have you ever wondered what keeps us awake? What drives that spark of consciousness in our brains? Well, prepare to dive into the exciting world of neuroscience. A group of dedicated scientists have recently embarked on a fascinating journey, mapping the brain cells that are responsible for maintaining our wakefulness. The goal? To deepen our understanding of the mechanisms that enable human consciousness and potentially improve the treatment of people in states of coma or vegetative states. Human consciousness, you see, is a complex ballet, a delicate dance between the cerebral cortex, the wrinkled surface of our brains, and the deeper subcortical structures beneath. The circuits in the cortex direct our attention and process information from the world around us, while the subcortical networks connect to these circuits from below, keeping them active and alert. But here's the catch. Our understanding of these subcortical networks is incomplete. It's like trying to understand the ocean when we've only explored the surface. Much of our knowledge relies heavily on animal experiments, where scientists inject traceable chemicals into the brain and then remove the organ to examine where these chemicals ended up. In living humans, these deep-rooted networks are located near major arteries and air-filled cavities, and they even shift a little with each breath we take, making standard brain scans less sharp and difficult to decipher. In contrast, the networks in the human cortex are much easier to visualize and have been studied extensively. But the subcortical networks, those hidden depths of our brains, remain largely uncharted territory. This is where our intrepid scientists come in. Faced with the challenge of this knowledge gap, they turn to a unique approach, studying the brains of middle-aged organ donors. These individuals had no neurological problems when they passed away, and their brains were carefully preserved, providing an invaluable resource for this groundbreaking research. The quest to bridge this knowledge gap led researchers to a unique approach, studying the brains of middle-aged organ donors. This is but the first chapter in the exciting story of our understanding of consciousness. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the intricacies of this study. So, how does one map the brain cells responsible for wakefulness, you might ask? Well, it's quite a fascinating process, one that combines cutting-edge technology with intricate biological procedures. To begin with, the brains used in the study were carefully preserved in formaldehyde. This isn't your average high school biology experiment. It's a meticulous process that ensures the integrity of the brain cells and allows for detailed examination. Then comes the staining step. The researchers used colored chemicals to mark different types of brain cells. This isn't just for aesthetics, rather it helps in identifying and distinguishing between various cell types. Think of it as assigning each cell a unique ID, allowing the researchers to follow their paths and interactions within the brain. But how do you see these tiny cells and their interactions? That's where magnetic resonance imaging, or MRI, comes into play. This technology has revolutionized medical imaging, allowing us to visualize the inner workings of the human body in unprecedented detail. But for this study, the researchers took it a step further. They placed the stained brains in an MRI scanner for up to 48 hours. Now, that's a long time, but it's necessary to achieve the ultra-high resolution needed to map the brain networks. This level of detail is simply impossible when scanning a living human being. This is because the brain's deep-rooted networks, located near major arteries and air-filled cavities, shift slightly with each breath, blurring the images. But with the preserved brains, the researchers were able to overcome these limitations. The result? An incredibly detailed map of the brain cells responsible for keeping us awake. This map reveals connections and interactions that have never been seen before, opening up a whole new world of possibilities for understanding human consciousness. And so, after up to 48 hours in the MRI scanner, the researchers had a comprehensive map of the brain cells responsible for keeping us awake. The implications of this map are wide-ranging, and we'll delve into that in the next scene. So, stay tuned. But what does this all mean for our understanding of consciousness? Let's delve into the potential implications this monumental study could have. Firstly, this comprehensive map of the brain cells that maintain wakefulness could revolutionize the treatment of patients in comas or vegetative states. Currently, our understanding of how to restore consciousness in these patients is limited. But with this new map, doctors could potentially target specific areas or circuits in the brain to reactivate the vigilance network, essentially waking up the brain. This could be a game changer in neurology, providing a ray of hope for countless patients and their families. Secondly, the map could serve as a template for scientists to study patients with altered states of consciousness. By comparing the normal wakefulness network with the brain activity of these patients, researchers could identify the disruptions or anomalies contributing to their altered state. This could lead to more effective, tailored treatments and therapies, again, profoundly transforming the field of neuroscience. Finally, this study could help us answer a fundamental question: what brain activity is necessary and sufficient to keep someone awake and aware? By identifying the key players in the brain's vigilance network, we might finally understand what it takes for consciousness to occur. This could have far-reaching implications, not just in medicine, but also in philosophy, AI, and cognitive science, potentially reshaping our understanding of what it means to be conscious. In conclusion, this brain map is more than just a scientific breakthrough. It's a beacon of hope and a tool for exploration. It's a testament to human curiosity and our relentless pursuit of knowledge. And while it's true that we still have much to learn, we're one step closer to unraveling the intricacies of the human brain. A map of everything, as Dr. Nicholas Schiff put it, could be a step towards understanding one of the most profound mysteries of the human brain: consciousness.